When you're studying a score, you're able to penetrate the mind of a composer who's been dead for perhaps 200 years even. Without being a medicine man or anything, you're actually speaking to the dead, communicating with the dead. Even if the music has not even been played for many, many years, it comes alive at the time of the performance. So music will never become old. It will never be cracked, or the colours will never fade. It's always new. When I was a little toddler, all the other kids had teddy bears and I had a little guitar. And ever since the age of 2 I was running around with this guitar. And at the age of 5 I got a real guitar and I started to play for real. And from then I just developed more and more, and music just became my life. I then moved to Manchester to study at the Royal Northern College of Music, and from there on I moved to St. Petersburg to study conducting. There I had an excellent professor called Leonid Korchmar, and he taught me how to control the orchestra. He taught me all the technique involved in conducting. The tuition in St. Petersburg, or in Russia in general, is very different to what we used in the West. In the West we discuss, we talk, and it's all about, oh, you could improve here, you could improve here. In Russia it's more like just jamming it down your throat. You must do like that, like that, like that, and if you're not doing it, it's not proper. It will not sound good. It's very easy, because they tell you exactly what to do, but you can't do it. But with lots and lots of practice you learn how to do it. And although it sounds a bit primitive, one thing I have in my rucksack, whenever I go up on the podium, there is never ever a time when I think, what am I supposed to do now, or how should I solve this? Because I've been taught since day one how to solve all different technical problems. When I first came to St. Petersburg, there was no orchestra at the conservatoire. There was a symphony orchestra for the conductors to practice with, but they were all on strike. There was a bit of a chaotic situation. The principal had just been arrested for fraud and corruption, and the orchestra had not got paid, so they'd just put their work down and said, we're not playing anymore. after a few months of frustration, I asked some friends and friends of friends, and they asked friends of friends. And after a few weeks, we had a small symphony orchestra put together, which could play Mozart and Beethoven symphonies, for example. And I got a chance to practice with this symphony orchestra to gain some experience, and they all liked it. They were all professional musicians, but they were all young. And they said, oh, we should give concerts because this is fun. They obviously liked my way of approaching it. I don't know why. So I started looking into sponsorship, and I found sponsors, and we then started to play real concerts. The orchestra grew to a full-size symphony orchestra, and we've been playing concerts now for many, many years. Whenever I open a score, it's quite an esoteric feeling almost. You know that the way the score was left 200 or 300 years ago when it was written, it looks exactly the same today. It doesn't change. It's quite a special feeling because it means that you can bring back exactly the same feelings, the same emotions that the composer felt when he was writing it. Although the composer has been dead for perhaps 200 years, he comes alive when we play it. And that way we're constantly keeping dead people alive.